The first thing the manager did was start screaming with spit in my face. All he did was scream and scream and scream until I had a seizure. And then he turned his back on me, threw up his arms, and said, "Not my problem."
The tenants, sometimes they feel intimidated about going to the management.
He treats the people that live there like subhumans, basically.
I don't know if there's a way that you can actually make someone be nice.
They used to complain and nothing was done, and they would tell them, if you keep complaining, we're going to put you out.
And that's my major complaint. And everyone I've talked to, that's their major complaint, is that these people just don't know how to be nice.
People felt afraid to go out of their room to go to the bathroom at night. It's how bad it got, with dealers hanging out in the stairways, smoking crack and selling it. It's sort of both going on.
The people who don't live here, their awareness or lack of awareness of the reality of things down here, that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people that live in the city who are totally disenfranchised and living in a situation that to them it just seems utterly hopeless because they're out of contact.
So it's always been a delicate balance, I feel like, in preserving these hotels and defending the people that live in them and their right to live there and the need for this kind of housing, with also facing the reality that this housing is substandard and there needs to be improvement.
The visitor policy before was basically extortion. If you wanted to have a guest in my building from before 11 a.m. or after 5 p.m., you had to pay $10. It served the operators' purposes because they made money, and the only person it didn't suit were the people who actually lived here and were trying to live a decent life and have a good life. So we fought against that in City Hall, and we won. And I think we made a big impact with just the legislation.
The squeaky wheel gets the grease, so the people that are willing to take in the time and energy to organize and squeak the loudest get the attention, and the political people feel, well, we have to do something to satisfy them. And it's not, nothing's really thought out because no one thinks until beyond the term of the next election, you know, what's gonna help me get elected, you know.
It ties people together, and it's an empowering thing to have, you know, other people in the same situation, you know, who are working to improve the condition of their lives. You know, that's basically what the whole thing is all about.
The tenants know they have places where they can come and talk to someone who really cares about them.
Together we can all put our minds together to organize with the tenants and address issues that they're facing in the hotels.
Well, we appear as a cohesive group. We stand together as a group, and a group gets heard. You know, a single voice tends to be drowned out, but a group will get heard, especially when you have a group of owners who are going to stand up and be heard to the contrary.
Tenants have certain rights, and those rights should be acted upon.
The stuff that they really need to work on, mental health issues and all, requires a large amount of funding, professional people, services, and take a look around. They're cutting the budget like to hell this year, so there's going to be less, not more.
And that's one of the things that the collaborative has been working really hard to turn around, is, you know, to make the voices of the residents of these hotels heard in city government, you know, like going before the Board of Supervisors and saying, hey, look, you know, this is what's happening here. You guys have to help us turn this around.
We went to City Hall and we voiced our voice and we said, look, these are how many SRO units there are, and out of those, this is how many that burnt. And we have so little housing, how can you let these buildings burn down and then sit there?
We instituted a campaign to try to pass a law to get sprinklers put in every residential hotel room.